an environment where I had to worry about maybe having to evacuate for a tornado. But anyway, this trip starts on Tuesday, and we want to get here a couple of days early to get our bikes put back together after shipping them here to Omaha, and then get all settled in. I'm starting with a group of about 15 people, and we're going to be riding for the next 42 days. I'm here in Omaha, Nebraska. We're going to be starting a bike trip next Tuesday to Washington, D.C. Never been to Omaha before, first time. Weather here is rather cold, a lot of rain. And coming in last night, TV, there's just talk about tornadoes the whole time. And when you come into the airport, there's arrows for a tornado shelter, and then our hotel, there's arrows for a tornado shelter. You just don't know what you're going to get here. But right, this is the bridge, a pedestrian bridge over the Missouri River. And the bridge goes over to Iowa. This is the Nebraska side, that's the Iowa side. That's it. So, everybody enjoying their dinner tonight?
It's lovely.
Lovely?
Great. Thanks, Dave.
Well, it's good to be here.
It is great to be alive. Ready to bike.
Everybody's ready to bike tomorrow?
Yes. Oh, yes.
And no rain?
No rain.
Here we are, the fields of Iowa. These are rolling hills. Like 20-something miles into the trip. It's an overcast day. It's like 45 degrees and riding into a headwind. On we go, no cars.
That'll stay 58, right? Because Nancy didn't change it any. On the
It might say,
turn left on
it might
320.
say,
You do a left and then a right.
Washington Street or Littlefield Boulevard.
Yeah. We
It's a
are.
little-
It just goes. It's right in the right there,
but it's
right.
there's at least two 90-degree turns.
Yeah.
Little bunch up before we continue the ride. 12 miles into the second day. Total of 50 miles.
320, I think it was.
We have lunch in mile 30.
Now it's 340.
Oh, okay.
I think it's
So
just
we turn
Yeah,
Just
they
check.
used to-
downwind.
later.
Here's my group.
Downwind.
Oh, yeah.
Later
Right.
miles.
We're still in Iowa. We're waiting for our support van because the gravel road that we're going to ride on is too difficult. All the rain they've had here is too hard to ride the bikes through. So our support van is going to pick us up. About 10 miles away. So far I've rode 40 miles today. And Iowa is a very beautiful state. Looks very nice. A couple, Donna and Mike, who are with me. We're going to pick up too. It's been a great time. You see these windmills over here? Never want to ride where there's windmills. It means there's a lot of wind, and right now it's blowing our way. We're now on the Henderson Trail. We just turned off the river Railsa Trail, and Chuck is right here next to me. How you like this trail, Chuck?
Wonderful. One of the best trails I've been on.
Yeah, we've already ridden like 11.2 miles in about an hour and 15 minutes. It's pretty good, huh? Pretty easy rolling on this concrete, huh?
Yeah, I don't have to worry about cars. It's just, the temperature is perfect for riding.
Yeah.
And we're staying at an Airbnb in Madrid.
Right. Yeah. We're just like right through the middle of the cornfield, huh? Or fields of something over around here.
Hard to believe it's going to be in the high 80s.
Yeah, next Monday's gonna be like 89 or something. Yeah, leaving Illinois.
Can't get much better than this.
Yeah, it's about 60 degrees right now. It's perfect. Just cruising along and just thinking about how beautiful it is here. And simple, quiet living. No rush hour, no traffic. Don't think I've seen a stop sign in a long time. Or any, especially no stoplights. Little small towns. So, Still in Iowa, headed to Midland, and we just left an overnight stop at a motel and a golf course. We're on our way to a river trail, which is an old rails to trail. You go down here for a third of a mile, and I think that's when we catch it. Of course, Chuck is behind me. And this is cornfields that have been picked up. We're going 40 miles today. And Chuck just pulled around, obviously. No cars, which is wonderful. This is not too bad, actually. It's pretty compressed. Not muddy. Hasn't rained here today. As you can see, it's nothing but cornfields. We're now on the river trail, and I'm very fortunate that
In 3.5 miles, turn right.
this is the Raccoon River Trail, and it's very fortunate because we're on a concrete path, and it's just marsh all around us. And it goes on for miles. Just beautiful trail. There's nobody on it. Just really quiet. You can hear all the birds. Blue skies are going to break through today for the first time on this trip. Yesterday we were shuttled because of the potential of rain. And this trip is going to be a really beautiful day. Next Monday is supposed to get up 89 degrees on a 60-mile ride to, gosh, I don't know, somewhere else in Iowa. A little bit beside me, I don't know. Still on the river trail. Going along. Nice little farmhouse over there. Seen a lot of grain silos there, obviously. A couple of pig farms, a couple of cattle. And man, you know they're coming because you can smell them long before you get there. And then you're there and it's like you're trying to get away as fast as you can because it's a little overwhelming. I can't imagine ever living near one. People, it's probably a rest time waiting to plant their summer crops right now. Just this beautiful old rails to trail that I'm on right now. Trains used to go here. Imagine they probably picked up the harvest and took it to a bigger city or something like that. But it's a really nice trail. It goes on for miles. I think I can take it all the way to Des Moines, so it's like 50 miles away. But we're going to turn off before that to our next town. This is a ginormous, like, corn grain elevator. And this is a huge thing over here that uses to dry it. There's big blowers blowing in there to dry it out. This is where obviously where it's brought to. As you can see, we're in Perry, Iowa right now. We're at 25 miles into the ride. It's a small, right through the middle of town. And just outside of town, just old part of Perry with the beautiful Victorian homes we've ridden by. Temperature's warmed up, maybe 68 degrees. It's really pretty nice here. Really nice riding through these old towns in Iowa. Really quiet, no traffic. Don't even see any stoplights, just stop signs. We're headed to a park to eat lunch. It's now about 11:45. Stop for a little pee stop here in Woodward, Iowa. 5.7 miles from our Airbnb. And this is, we're just on this little bike path we just got on right now. This is going to take us that away. Iowa's got a lot of grain silos. And I'm with Mike and his wife Donna. Chuck's in the bathroom, and Stan from Wisconsin. Mike and Donna are from Colorado Springs. Stan's from Wisconsin. Of course, Chuck's from Oregon. As I said before, we just took a little bathroom break before we finish out our last 5.7 miles. And tonight we're split up into 3 different locations because they didn't have enough room for the 13 of us at one. So they split all 13 of us into 3 different little Airbnbs. And then we'll kind of be on our own tonight and tomorrow, and then we'll kind of meet up and start the ride tomorrow. Tomorrow's like 50.5 miles to Des Moines. DES Moines. Tomorrow we're 50.5 to Des Moines. We'll be there Saturday night, take Sunday for a day off to wash our clothes, and then back riding on Monday. I'm standing in front of Trestles Bridge. It was built in 1971 for the railroad, and then later converted to a pedestrian bridge when they took the railroad out. Right here was the original bridge built in 1912 for railroads crossing. At one time, covered wagons used to have to cross this river, which is the Des Moines River, and you have to come down that embankment, and they have to drag their covered wagons across the river at a low tide, and they have to swim across too, and then come up the other side. When they put the train in, then it allowed for the easy bringing and taking of goods. It's a beautiful spot to see as you can look out. And then they put this artwork on this bridge, and now this bridge is pretty well known as Trestles Bridge. And we're coming back tonight to see it because it's lit up at night. That's it. Chuck and I are going to leave our bed and B&B, I guess, or Airbnb. Stayed here last night in Madrid, Iowa. The neighbors next door. This was our place, and now we're headed out. We had 3 bedrooms here, and now we're moving on to our next place, which is Des Moines, Iowa. Just a little stop here at a lake on our way to Des Moines. That's Chuck. Shape. And getting on the bikes again. I'm on the Neil Smith Trail, still in Iowa. About 15 miles outside Des Moines. And this beautiful place, this beautiful trail again called Neil Smith. It's really goes along. There's a lot of parks in here and benches and campsites, and it's along a beautiful lake. Riding one-handed, hold the brake. Well, it looks like this trail closed, but we're going on. Gonna ride around it. It's not going to be easy. Probably tough spots along the way. We head up this little hill here. Looks like they're going to tear this all up. Oh yeah, look at this. We got to redo this whole trail. My bike's Specialized Divergent, which means it's for off-road too, so that's what we're gonna do. Gonna head off-road. Got a couple miles to go with this.
Well, thanks.
Well, made it through. We're on the other end now.
Yeah, well done.
This is the other side. We got through. Now we're moving on down. Moving on down to the
avoid getting on the road.
hotel.
You know what I would think we could do? Would you prefer I do it or you do it?
What?
These guys don't have to ring them. I think we should call Nancy.
Oh, she and Lynn would not get through there.
Cute little town named Bound Rock. This is the old train station here. That's where we rode was old rails to trail all the way from Des Moines to here. So I've already ridden 23 miles this morning. Got 23 more to lunch. Gonna head on down this trail. It's a cute little stop though. It's got bathrooms, water, nice little covered area in case it starts raining. Good time. Wind's blowing from the east about 25-30 miles an hour, but this side, we're not heading directly into it this time. And ready to fill up the water bottle and get back on the bike. Head on down to lunch. Basically, we're on the Chautauqua Trail headed to a place called Baxter right now. Total ride today 70 miles. I've ridden about 54 miles so far. Our lunch breaks at 46 miles. And I think I got about 24 to go. This is a pretty part here, Iowa. Nice little trail. It goes on for a 27-mile trail. There's a big parking lot for cars to park, bring their bikes and ride. Today's really windy. There's nobody parked there. Nobody's dumb enough to ride today but me, of course. And the team I'm with, the other 11 riders, I guess. There's another Rails to Trail. It's very pretty. Weather conditions about 68 right now. It's supposed to get to about 90 later, but hopefully I'll be pretty much done by that time and won't be in that real hot heat. We're Baxter getting ready for lunch. Our support van brought over. It's about 12 o'clock. Monday, May 10th. Unload the van, getting the stuff out. Stuff we're gonna eat. This is the end of this trail here at the caboose. And I think we take the streets for the next 25 miles to our Best Western Hotel. We're going to continue to unload our lunch for our tired riders, a total of 13 actually, with the leaders Ken and Nancy. We left Marshalltown, Iowa this morning. I'm now 20 miles into my 60 Mile ride to Waterloo, Iowa. Here we are again with the windmills, but they're not really blowing today. Yesterday the winds were 26 miles an hour. Today they're only about 10. Not bad. I have to give IS something, man. I've never seen so much roadkill obliterated in my life. And it's tough to see. You see him just, poor animal just wiped out, and then 200 feet farther down on the highway you find a tail. Phew. But beyond that, it's beautiful. Nice day, supposed to get up to about 86 degrees later on. It was supposed to rain, but now the weather record said no rain. Probably get in at about 3 o'clock and then do the routine, which is take a shower, organize my clothes, wash my clothes, eat dinner, and then go to bed. Not really terribly exciting, but it's the life on a cross-country or halfway cross-country trip. But it's nice. Going through the little town of Rembrandt. Rembrandt, Iowa. A little farming town, right? Grain elevators. It only goes up about, oh gosh, about 4 or 5 blocks to the farm fields up there. It's just a small little, probably 5,000 or less people town. We stopped here, we had lunch. Our sport leaders, Nancy and Ken, had lunch in a little park. It's nice. Restrooms, and made a peanut butter and jelly sandwich and had some cheese and some chocolate, of course. Drank orange juice. Now we're moving on again. I only got about 22 miles to the hotel. So about 12:20 p.m. Check-in time's not till 3, so I'm not in a big hurry to get there. Take my time and just soak it all. Soak in Iowa here. Oh boy. Houses. I don't really see any homeless people in these small towns. I haven't seen one homeless person. I have seen some tents, like 1 or 2 along some of the rivers. There's a lot of little rivers here, going over bridges all the time, surprisingly. That seems to be the national symbol, which is the lawnmower. They mow their lawns like twice a week, and they, everywhere you go, they're just mowing lawns. It's like it's like a state pastime, is lawn mowing here. But you always seem to smell cut grass as you're riding along. Well, just agriculture. I can't tell you how many huge combines went down the street today. 10-foot tires, just ginormous, just taking up the street. Very intimidating. And tractors and trucks pulling hay and just farm stuff. A lot of farm stuff. All those vegetables in the grocery store as well. These people make it happen. Just like they do in California, of course. Headed back out of town now. My next stop is Waterloo. We're going north to get there. And this is what I'm going to ride through. Basically nothing. These are considered the plains of Iowa, where I'm going through here. Small rolling hills, not really big rolling hills like western Iowa was. We're in the center of Iowa now, headed north, and a little flatter here, a little gently rolling. Cars have been very polite here. They give you a lot of room, or they stop completely behind you and then pass safely. They don't get too close, which is really nice. Coming into another small town. Just got 10 miles to go on my ride to Waterloo. Temperature's probably about 80 something degrees right now, overcast though, a little humid. I've got some old brick buildings. There's greeneries there, typical Iowa, obviously. Like the Oklahoma type place here. United States are good, right? And we're through the town. That was it. Now we're moving back out to the main highway. I was starting to go on the outskirts of the town now, where the folk live. A yield sign. That's it. All right, Chuck and I are riding on the outskirts of Waterloo, Iowa. Morning, it's about 7:30. Got an early start for a 55-mile day. Supposed to get hot in the 90s, maybe 92. That's not till this afternoon. We left at 7:30. We should be at the hotel about 1:30. We just ride easy at that pace. The rest of the group went out to breakfast to IHOP, but we decided we already bought breakfast. We didn't know they were going to go out, so we just ate breakfast in our hotel room, and now we're moving on. Come on up, Chuck.
Slide left onto East Shawless Road.
Okay, we got to turn here. Turned onto the trail on Shawless here, and
In a half mile, turn right.
I have Ride with GPS. It gives me directions after we map them out. That's what you hear. And this bike trail, pretty much it's a bike trail all the way. And eventually we'll get into a canopy, which should help us keep cool on our ride. But really, one thing I want to say, I haven't seen any homeless people here in Iowa. It's pretty interesting. A couple of, maybe a tent along the river here. I really haven't seen any groups of camping or people just hanging out. It's pretty clean, and too, it's not really any pollution or trash. But only 3 million people, 3,300,000 people live in this whole state, so It's not really heavily, obviously populated. But we did see some farmland that had been torn up and they're building houses. I imagine the housing prices here are pretty reasonable, considering all. Oh yeah, look, you have to always look for debris in the roadway. Typical farming going on here. We're on Cedar Valley Nature Trail right now. This goes on, I think, most of the way to Cedar Rapids. So it's pretty much just ride this, and amongst the trees you can hear that bird just going off. It's pretty much what we're hearing a lot of it. Birds and frogs. Wow, all these little water things. You hear these frogs just going loud. You can really hear them. But this is just a nice ride here. I mean, yeah, headed through the countryside. Really kind of pretty. I can't say enough about it so far on this trail. It's pretty impressive. They love to mow here. God, they mow almost every other day. They're just mowing their lawns, riding these Deere tractors, those John Deere lawnmower things, and they're just, it's like a freaking religion. But it makes them look really pretty. You know, it's just always cut nice, clean. Getting ready for planting corn.
Slide left to stay on Cedar Valley Nature Trail.
There goes my ride with GPS again. Getting ready to sow their fields with corn. Pretty relaxing, I have to say, compared to the old days. Well, a lot going on. I used to work. It's a nice change of pace. It's really pretty on the Cedar Ridge Trail. Beautiful flowers. Bridges over streams here. Here in Miller Creek. Just beautiful going down here. It's pretty swampy in a lot of places in Iowa, actually. A lot of water standing. I guess maybe because of those 2 weeks of storms they had. They had a lot of serious flooding. But it's a pretty trail. Just a canopy of trees. Makes it cooler in here. Makes these really pretty flowers. Then the other side you got wide open farmland. Look at that. Iowa farmland. As far as one can see. Let's just go on down. The trail heads that way. Got about 22 miles left to the hotel. It's starting to get hot. It's about 80 degrees right now, and it's going to keep getting hotter. Chuck. This is Alan. He helped us telling about a bridge closure. A truck ran into it and collapsed it. Now we're on our way. We got 13 miles to go. Well, here we are in our room at Holiday Inn. Getting ready to go on our bike ride. This is the nicest room we had yet. And we're going to take our stuff out, load it in the van, and then we're going to be on our way. It's going to be 92 degrees today on our ride to Oasis, about 40 miles. And it's going to be a hot, slow ride, but we're going to try to all ride together so we follow the route and find this Airbnb that we're looking for.
Number like 13
Okay. In Ely?
in Ely, yeah, and then that's where you go alongside the road. On the left-hand side of the road, traffic will be coming this way, but you've got a wide lane there for. And then follow signs for that trail. Everybody says it's there. It looks from the sky like it's there. It's not on the maps.
What the trail looks like it's there.
The Hoover Nature Trail.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah. And it's.
we'll look for it.
I think it's paved. I know it's paved.
Hoover Nature Trail here in Cedar Rapids.
It's a big city.
Huh?
It's a big city. I didn't realize Cedar Rapids was so big.
It's huge. Quaker Oats. Your oatmeal came from there.
That's
Yeah.
right, Quaker Oats is here. That's what
that's
Alan
right.
was
I didn't know
saying.
Quaker Oats was Cedar Rapids.
The Czechoslovak National Center.
It's getting a little warm now, huh?
Yep.
A little humid.
Looks like you got some shade down there.
Yeah, hopefully we'll get into some cover.
She's a little shaggy.
This is a nice little stop here by the... Is this still the Des Moines River? I wonder.
I was just saying to Stan.
This is
All
what?
of the little baby, we
Cedar
saw
River?
babies along the way, a couple of places. They're all the exact same.
This is Cedar River. Is there a river somewhere? Yeah, there's a little creek over here. Just a little creek, just not very big.
Oh, where Sharon and I we got way behind.
Several people have said.
We're on our way for the night. Today's May 12th. Gotta go on this dirt road to a log cabin. It's 97 out. Kind of a hot, humid wind. I drank all my water, but I only got like another half mile to go, so I'm fine. The group's up ahead of me. I'll be there in like 10 minutes or 5 minutes. So get something cold to drink. Get a nice cool shower. Maybe get some, like, eat an orange or something. Came in 2 miles on this dirt road to this log cabin out here in an area called Oasis, Iowa. I couldn't even route it in Waze on my phone because it won't route to it because it's so rural. And it's a Airbnb. Yeah, it's about a 5,000 square foot cabin. It's 3-story. And my room's down in the basement. There's like 4 bedrooms down there, 2 bathrooms. But it's a really pretty picturesque location. Outdoor deck. Sit on taking the views. I just kind of walk around the property. Look at it. Looks like they have some kind of grape vines down here. I don't know how they do that. They have deer here. I imagine they would love to eat the grape leaves up. But this is pretty much what we're staying tonight. Inside it's really nice, so. And there's 13 of us that are making dinner right now, and we're getting ready to sit down and eat it. Just leaving our Airbnb in Oasis, 6:30 in the morning, Friday the 13th. Headed towards Davenport, which is on the border of Iowa and Illinois, and cross over the Mississippi River to This is a really nice early morning here. Just riding a gravel road. We got, I think it was 1.7 miles to a paved road, and then It's a 6-hour ride today to Moline. But Chuck's obviously riding ahead of me. And we're cruising along. What do you think about this morning, Chuck? Feel good?
Good temperature. It's like low 60s, great. Compared to
In a quarter mile, turn slide right.
Glad we got out early. Kids wanted us out. Did that road before they
Oh yeah, it's going to get the 90 today.
and thunderstorms later. Nancy said 3 or 4. I think we make a left on a paved road pretty soon. I mean a right.
There it is, the mighty Mississippi. Mighty Mississippi with, on the Iowa side this side, and on the other side is Illinois. It's a wide river. It looks like they got floodgates up there. But I gotta cross over, I think, this bridge here to get over the other side to our hotel, the Radisson. But it was probably about 55 miles right now. And I got like 4.8 more to go. But it's been a fun ride. Not bad, not too hot right now. Feels pretty good. Water's super brown, you can probably see. But we're here for 2 days. I'm off tomorrow. I'm going to see my neighbor Ron and Patty, who live next door to us for 25 years, and they grew up here on the other side of the river, Moline, and they moved back to be close to their family, but they live on the Iowa side because the taxes are cheaper over here in Iowa than Illinois. And I'll see them tomorrow. I'll get together at 12 o'clock. They're gonna pick me up and then take me out to lunch and take me back and show me their house and show me the area. It'll be a fun day. Anyway, a little more of the Mississippi. Mighty Mo. And actually, total mileage driving. Well, I'd say that Mississippi's high right now. Got a little flooding going on in Minnesota. North of here. It's really, wow, it's a lot of water and it's moving fast. There's some kind of flood control here to probably try to slow it down. Backs it up a little bit on the other side. You see down there, it's just a tidal wave in action down there. I gotta get back on. Yeah, that's true. Of course, Chuck's not leaving. Lynn's leaving. And then these two are leaving. Cindy, she's staying. And then there's Jim and I. Hey!
So he tells me, oh, it's so much work to put
And this again, right there. Here we are. We're on the bridge, Ron. The I-74 bridge. We're on here right now. Great River Trail. On the Illinois side. Iowa's over there. This is the Mississippi coming out of Minnesota. Pretty high. It's almost like 2 feet below the trail I'm riding on right now. 2 feet higher and we'd be flooded out here. They closed this riding path. But it's a nice day. It's about 9:45 on Sunday, the 15th of May. We're just moving along. We're riding 40 miles today to some point in Illinois. And temperature's about 69 degrees, so it's pretty nice. And that's it. We're on our way. Now, this is a part where this canal is flooding over the stream here. And Chuck's having to walk his bike through it. I think I'm just going to ride my bike through it really slow. It seems pretty hard. There's another one down there we got to go through too. Hey guys, you want to go through the water?
Ratchet your feet. Don't make a full circle. Ratchet.
That's what I'm going to do. We're going to go right on through, right? I'm going to go right through. There we go. That was fun. I'll go through a little more. This thing is really high. Don't sink in a hole. Holding a phone. I'm sorry it was so jumpy there. Oh, I was videoing that on my phone.
On your left. You all set? Oh,
Yeah,
ignore that one.
that was pretty jumpy. I did all right. How'd you do?
Okay.
Short out your battery?
Hope not. I am gonna walk.
This is our lunch spot.
It's the pecan walnutty things that I like.
May 15th.
But that macadamia is great. I love it.
This little avocado here.
I'll put my drink.
Our food. Our fearless leader. Smile. There we go. Stand changing a flat tire. Our support van, our bikes. Getting ready to go.
What's that? You keep two poles going, huh? Yeah. Two fish poles, yeah.
Oops, excuse me. Ed, this video is for you. We're riding, what are we riding on, Chuck?
Not sure of the trail.
We're on some trail here in Illinois.
Going to Anawan.
Going to Anawan. We left Moline, Illinois on the Mississippi this morning. And we were about... This is more for you, Ed. So this is what's happening right now. I know you just sent me a text. Where am I? I'm headed to Anawan, Illinois. Look it up. I think it's below Chicago. This is an old canal. It's a towpath where we believe they transported goods back and forth to the Mississippi River. And they used to take this deep into Illinois. And it's kind of cool. So there you go. That's where we are. In here. Okay. Today is May 16th. We're on our way to Peru, Illinois. Yesterday I broke a spoke on my rear wheel. Ken fixed it. I'm very thankful for that. It seems to be riding okay. The wheel is a little out of true, but other than that, I'm back on the road. And we're riding along this beautiful, it's It's called like what, a tow canal, where they used to tow boats in here. But it's early, it's about 8:30, and it's a beautiful morning. And Chuck is right here, of course. And
Can't get much better than
yeah, can't get much better than this, right? Cruising along, trying to take it easy so my bike didn't have any more problems. And just enjoy the moment. And make future memories. There's a canal they used to ship cargo on.
chirping.
Yep. Right on this highway to Whitman Road. Maps. Wind's behind us. We're going downhill. It can't get better than this. It's wide open territory. There's no cars on this road. We got it to ourselves. Beautiful territory. So we're having a good time. Only got, we're on the road. Already put in about 39 miles and got like 11 more to go or so, something like that. But always hard to talk across these guys. You always got to do those at an angle. There's the I-80 over there. Bet you're going to have to go south. Chuck and I just wasted about 3 miles trying to avoid this bike trail. We didn't want to be on it, but man, we were on Highway 6 and there's no shoulder on the trucks. Just truck after truck, we would have been smashed for sure. So we circled back to the trail and now we're back on this wonderful bike trail. It's called the I&M Canal Passage just outside Peru on our way to Morris. Got about 42 miles to go. Looks beautiful. It's really very nice. Look at the little geese. Gosh. Bunch of them there. Seem pretty mellow. Not really afraid of the bikes or anything. It's fully controlled. This is the Illinois River in Illinois. They have locks over to the side where they do cargo up and down the river. All the way, we're headed over. We're going to have our lunch over here, so we're good. So we had lunch with the Illinois River today. Old Stagecoach Road. What's a trip without going on Old Stagecoach Road, huh?
I don't know.
How about the old stagecoach?
Yeah, what about the old stagecoach?
I was gonna put my thing.
Continue on to Ottawa.
We're exactly like 8 point some miles from the hotel. Let's go over to some overnight last night. We're getting ready to go this morning. It's supposed to rain outside. Normally we come in a room, but they wanted to keep us in the ballroom today. Table with our breakfast here. Well, Chuck and I get ready to head out. Jim, our leader, is here to guide us through it. We're going to load our bags onto a support van. We're going to head out to some serious weather. There we go. Look at this, yeah. This is some fun looking stuff here. Could get some rain today. Good times. Well, we had to pull for protection under the Peace Lutheran Church. It's pouring rain right now. 3 of us are hiding in here to try to wait out a little bit of a squall.
You did want your bike to be washed, didn't you?
Yeah, and I hadn't taken a bath, so I'm getting clean too. Good times here at the Peace
I
Lutheran
like
Church.
putting on some smelly clothes today.
I'm riding along the I&M Canal in Illinois, and it's dirt. You just see all over me and all over my back, and the bike. I feel like a Navy SEAL here. It's just mud. And I gotta take it and wash it off. And then on the helmet we put on a bathing, like a shower cap. Helps keep the head dry. It's been raining pretty good here. This is an old towpath canal they used to transport cargo on. There's some lake over here, I'm not sure what it is. And there's the path. I just came that way. And I'm headed this way. I probably another 10 miles on this thing. So my buddy's just up and left me, so I'm on my own now. But I have the path, I have GPS, it's no big deal. But it's certainly quiet out here, there's nobody else out here. And the rain let up, so it's kind of a nice time to do a little video. But I got like 30 miles to go overall. And hopefully I get back on the road again before it starts really pouring. And that's pretty much it for right now. When I get to the hotel, hopefully I can rinse off my muddy bike. Can't even change gears on the big gear. It's all full of mud. Well, I made the end of the canal trail. I'm going to be on streets all the way to the hotel. I got 21 miles left. Picture of the whole canal thing. And I'm glad it's over. It's muddy and raining. And not easy. But now I got to get out here on these streets with traffic and then get to where I'm going. But it's been fun. A good time. Well, it's quite a different trail. No mud. This is an old Railsden trail. 14 miles outside of Matson. And this trail takes me all the way there, which is nice. And it feels good not to be riding in the mud. And it's not raining either, which is good. So we'll just keep on doing it. This is Frankfort, Illinois. And I was told by people along the trail it's a really cute town. It looks pretty cute. Historic downtown district. Oh, that must be your Chuck stop. What if he's still there? Really cute. Frankfurt LN. It's cute. Oh, go ahead. Well, this was a close trail back there, but we're forging ahead over the construction. It's an e-bike that Chuck's helping Jim with the e-bike. We're gonna just zoom ahead here. Oh, we're good. All right, just went through this stuff. Now we're gonna you out there, Chuck? Good. The whole for help Jim. Help me help Jim. I kind of videoing this.
Okay, let me park it here.
Chuck's gonna help Jim with his e-bike. Come through. And we're all through. Well, I guess we got to go through down here. And putting in a new bridge, I guess. But after this, we'll be free. This is all part of the experience. We've come across a couple of these and we've gone through some. Some we haven't been able to. They're impassable. We just had to go big detours around. So. Well, we crossed Indiana. We're at Legacy, Crown Point. We just had lunch at the wonderful Taco Bell here. Tonight, somebody's cooking vegetarian and regular meat chili for dinner. And we just went through a cute little town, and we're going to continue on. But it continues. I just wanted to get a little quick pic of Indiana. Well, this is the cornfields or bean fields of Indiana. And start off in Nebraska, through Iowa, through Illinois, down to Indiana. Next is Ohio, then Pennsylvania, and then my final destination, Washington, D.C. So, we're off again. But you can see these houses have these little grain silos attached to them. This is our room. Last night we're down here in the basement. Pretty much had it all to ourselves. And then upstairs. Main room.
Magical thing in the air.
Yes.
I shouldn't. My brother and my dad.
Sorry about that.
Wastebasket right over there, John.
I really should use a password. Anybody in their right mind knows how to figure out except for 59. Yeah, and that's gonna mean changing them on. It says they just do them one at a time. When you call the one that was great, they give it a new one.
Chuck. Getting outside. Drop off our bags. And this is the house we stayed in last night. It was out on this road. Beautiful trees. This is the Airbnb. We're supposed to say Airbnb because there's no breakfast you have to make your own, but we had eggs and oatmeal and muffins and pretty much anything you want. Ken cooked the eggs and then Margaret cooked the oatmeal. But getting ready for another day's ride. 40 miles to Winnemucca or something like that, Indiana. And then here's our van, our sport van. This is my first video of the day. Today I think is the 20th of May. And we're headed towards Winnemucca, Indiana. This is the North Judson Trail. We're on it for like 10 miles. I got 17 miles to go. So let's just see what this trail looks like. Let's check up ahead. Looks pretty good. Looks paved, which is fantastic. I mean, I'm really kind of over the dirt stuff. I mean, I know I'm supposed to.
In 3¼ miles, turn right.
This is just, that's my GPS going off there. Pretty nice start, nice paved trail, beautiful trees. Probably an old Railston trail, Chuck?
Yeah, I would think so.
Yeah, railroad went through here and they tore up the ties and paved it, and now it's great to ride on. It's flat. And we'll just keep going. Yeah, just 10 miles, and the wind has been great today. It's been on our backs. We've been able to ride like, I don't know, 15 miles an hour for the last probably 28 miles. So it's been pretty good. A lot of fields here and stuff. Doing a lot of planting. Get ready for the corn. We see a lot of corn popping up as we go along. You see these all the time. Look at that. Woo! You got really close to your wife and Chuck. Did that scare you?
Yeah.
Damn, I thought he was gonna. Our nightly meeting to go over tomorrow's ride. It's about 7:25 on May 24th. We're headed out to Richmond, Indiana. We're in Muncie, Indiana right now, staying at this Fairfield Inn. We're just getting ready to ride out. It's 50 miles today to Richmond. It's a beautiful day. It's supposed to be up to about 75. Ken's getting out our stuff because we're going to do a sack lunch where we make our sandwich and then take it with us. Ken wants to go park somewhere and ride both ways 50 miles today. So we'll make our own sandwiches and take them with us. That's Nancy's, the leader's recumbent bike. Here's our, obviously, support van. This is some of our luggage getting weighted to be put in the van. Obviously, we pumped up our tires, getting ready to go. Just hanging out, waiting to make our sandwiches so we can take off. Temperature now is about 66 degrees, and I'm dressed kind of not wear a whole lot because I kind of run warm anyway. And I don't want to have to be carrying a bunch of stuff on the bike, so I'm ready to go. But pretty soon we'll be making our sandwiches and taking off. Chuck's dressed warm because he doesn't have much body fat. People are bringing out their luggage to load, and then we will be off. So we're on a trail from Muncie to Richmond, Indiana. Today's the 24th of May. This bike trail goes for like 46, 47 miles. It's an old rails to trail, obviously. It's beautiful. It's gonna be a nice day. Weather's gonna be nice tomorrow and tomorrow and Thursday and Friday it's supposed to rain, so just enjoyed this day. And of course, Chuck, myself, obviously, we're having a good time. Just about finishing up the Cardinal Trail in Indiana. It's about 1:30 in the afternoon. I'm about 5 miles from the end point, but we're gonna see if we can find a Starbucks to get a nice cup of coffee and hang out for a little bit. Can't check into the room until 3 anyway. So might as well just go somewhere and just drink some coffee and relax. But it was a really beautiful trail. In fact, in 2018, this trail was voted #1 by all the cyclists who voted it in the United States. The Cardinal Trail in Indiana. It's about 65 miles long. And it's really just pretty spectacular, especially on a day like today when it's just beautiful blue skies. Temperature's about 70 degrees, maybe 68. It's just pretty. Pretty place to ride. Having a good time. And finish up here pretty soon. Riding along the river here in Dayton, Ohio. Just crossed into Ohio today. And we're exactly about 20 miles from our hotel. Today was a 60-mile day. And a little treacherous in here. It's kind of muddy and slippery. Gotta be careful. But
In a quarter mile,
Good.
turn right.
just moving along. It's about 12:30. And here we go. This is the Alum, Ohio Trail. We're on our way to Mount Vernon today. We just left Columbus, Ohio, the capital. And this is amazing. This trail is so beautiful. Of course, today's Saturday of Memorial Weekend. There's a lot of people out riding and walking along this beautiful, glorious trail. It is just really spectacular. It's beautiful. Now you got to be careful in this wood because it's really mossy and slippery. You're supposed to walk, but Chuck's going to try riding. He's going to try riding, but it's like really dangerous.
Maybe not.
Yeah.
That's the room that all the stuff is in.
No, Ken, you've got to go in and check them in so they can bring the stuff somewhere to their room.
You want me to check them all in before I come back? That leaves you in the water for a while, but you're all right?
I don't care.
Do you have a book to read or something? Oh,
guess it's
take
just-
a nice picture of the Purple Martin house.
It's just too much rain and
Ow, she doesn't have her camera.
Yeah,
junk and stuff to
thank
go
God
on. Huh?
for Ken and Nancy here at the right time.
The whole point of a supported trip, huh?
Huh?
Bail you out of tough circumstances.
Yeah, that was rough there.
Hanging out here.
Look, it's getting dark there.
Get those e-bikes in there on the way back, huh?
Isn't that nice little 7?
That's the tilted window.
Don't forget that.
Get the bikes on the bike carrier. So we're on this trail that Dan took us to. It's not really on any maps. Dan's a local in Westville near Columbus, Ohio. And he's quite the bike rider. So he is taking us up to Sandburg. He's leading us like 15 miles out of his way. So this is really a wonderful time.
Sorry.
It's okay.
Bike's back.
Okay, thanks.
One more.
We're just having a good time. Bunch of bikers out. Beautiful trail here in Ohio on the way to Sandburg. Well, we're actually, our final destination is Mount Vernon. Enjoying this. It's just beautiful.
We were supposed to be on Hartford Road for 5 miles. So.
Oh, you don't have to go on Hartford Road.
Okay.
We'll be on Hartford Road for maybe half mile, if that. Are we ready?
Yeah. Well, they just opened up the trails. Too bad they don't put a sign on it to tell you what it is.
Well, it's not officially open. It's done, but it's not open.
Maybe there's something on that paperwork down there. First, it just opened this last couple of days. Dan said he was here last Saturday. It wasn't open yet.
He said they were just to the trees last Saturday.
Yeah. Now we're like some of the first bicyclists to use it right here, especially the first from California and Wisconsin and Oregon and Vermont and
New Hampshire.
Maryland, yeah, and everywhere else. But we're going to use it.
We lost most of our Vermonters before Sharon.
And Dan's taking us all the way to Sandburg, so then we'll be in good shape. But everybody's happy because we're on this great trail. Just a big confab here. This is the Khashoggi Gap Trail, just outside Mount Vernon, Ohio. It's an old rails to trails. Beautiful little trail. It's about 9:10 in the morning on, I think today is the 30th of May. Tomorrow's Memorial Day, Monday. We got basically 14 days from today left of riding. 14 days will be pulling into Lincoln Memorial in Washington, D.C. We've been on this over a month, leaving Omaha, Nebraska on a cold and rainy May 3rd. Today the high is supposed to be about 75. It's a very wonderful trail. Look at that. Ohio has the best bike trails we've seen so far on this trip. They're just fantastic. I think it's because they have a lot of industry, so they have a lot of railroads tying them together, which is really nice. People walking on that road over there too. This is the train that used to run between Columbia and Cleveland. And stopped running in the, I don't know, later part of the 1900s. It's a town called Cambria, or Gainbria, Ohio. And again, this is the Coco Singh Bikeway, which is on the old railroad tracks. It's the Ohio to Erie Trail, so it goes to Lake Erie and in Cleveland. And it goes kind of like from one side of the state to the other. I mean, as far as the corner, one corner to like the southwest corner to the northeast corner. It's pretty though. Quiet. Beautiful field here. The Amish are out here today riding their buggies and tilling their fields with horses and plows. Is fascinating. Total Amish country here. Been riding along today, and all this is Amish for the most part. We've seen them on with horses tilling their fields, and they're just, everybody's out working, ready for the planting now because it's planting time. This Memorial Day is a perfect day to come. It's just very active. We've seen probably 20 horse and buggies on the road going, and everybody involved. It's amazing. This is probably one of the best days I've had on this entire trip. We've got another like 12 miles to go till we get to our town for our hotel, but it's been a great ride. This area is just fantastic. Another day getting ready to go. We stayed at the Microtel by Wyndham last night. Back in the van, it's like 7 o'clock in the morning. Jack is ready to go. And we're just getting ready to take off. And we'll be in Newell, West Virginia tonight. We're leaving Ohio for the last day. Here we go. Going over the little bridge from Ohio. And that's West Virginia over there. And this is the Ohio River. Just shooting some video. It was up and down hills today. We're really doing it. It's really something. There's Chuck. It's really something here. It's like some kind of old sand barge out there. This little sliver of land is West Virginia. Tonight we stay in Newell. Some bad shit out there. It's very peaceful here. Nice and cool. Supposed to rain really hard tomorrow. I have to take a shuttle. Almost there to the hotel. So I'm hiding out from the rain right now. Otherwise I'd be so wet. Oh, it would be bad. It would be so bad. This is bad. How bad it is. It is so bad. I have to hang out till it blows over. Maybe we need this little outcropping here. In the rain. I was riding back to the hotel after being to the bike shop. They fixed it. A little bit of protection here. And this downpour is supposed to last about 20 minutes. This is just incredible. A lot of water. I'm glad I got it when I did. So Chuck, first we took the 4-mile shortcut. This saved 13.3 miles. Then we got on this Monitor Scenic Highway, Scenic Trail. Then the trail's completely closed. Then this detour, easy peasy.
Turns out to be pretty rough route finding.
It turns out that they basically just dumped you at Highway 88, and then good luck finding the trail again. Which
Really
I walked into a Rite Aid and talked to a guy
I didn't know where
who
you went.
told
I was
me
looking around.
to go to the church and see if there's a trail behind the church, which there was, which led to a parking lot, which led to a trail, which led to the Monitor Trail. Now we're on this road. We jump back on the Monitor Trail. It ends up stopping because there's a tunnel that's filled with sand. And now we're back on this thing, and we're 23 miles out from Pittsburgh, 10 miles from lunch in McKeith, the town of McKeith. So it's really been quite the adventure. We're on a road, there's no... So we're riding over this bridge here, and we see a bunch of U.S. Steel, and looks like coal, and all kinds of activity. Long train for miles that just looked like it was a coal train. Looks like there's coal barges over there. It's just pretty fascinating, really, to see America work. It says United States Steel, something Mon Valley Works, something operation part. So it's a pretty exciting day. We've been through a lot of challenges and almost to lunch. So here we go. We're ready, 4 miles away from our lunch stop. So we're riding over this bridge here, and we see a bunch of U.S. Steel, and looks like coal, and all kinds of activity. Long train for miles that just looked like it was a coal train. Looks like there's coal barges over there. And it's just pretty fascinating, really, to see America work. It says United States Steel, something Mon Valley Works, something operation part. So it's a pretty exciting day. We've been through a lot of challenges and almost to lunch. So here we go. We're ready, 4 miles away from our lunch stop. We're at Three Rivers Park in Pittsburgh. It's a beautiful day. There's no clouds in the sky. We're just hanging out at the fountain, just relaxing, chilling with other people here. Beautiful skyline. Pittsburgh is a city with a lot of character. I have to give it that. It's like a small time city, but big time imprint. It's just pretty amazing. Had a really good time. On an off day, and then tomorrow we're back on the Gap, headed to DC, and just enjoying this day. Yeah. Some kind of parade happening today. A lot of people here. Chuck, we can cross. Chuck, we can cross. Yeah, this guy just walked through there with his suit. The guy over there. No, we go this way. I don't know. Some parade, man. Nice little waterfall right here on the Gap Trail. Today is June 5th. We're starting our ride to Washington, D.C. It's 330 miles at the beginning of it. Probably about 310 miles left. There's Chuck. There's me. There's our Gap and Old Brailsford Trail. And tonight we stay in Connellville. We got about 25 miles to go. Nice ride, a beautiful day. Kind of cotton clouds. Temperature's about, maybe low 70s. But just this beautiful waterfall here. Beautiful. Yeah, it is. That morning light. This beautiful morning. We left Connellsville. We're headed to Rockwood, 45 miles. Gonna stop in Ohio Pile for coffee. It's 17 miles, 15 miles now. This is just fantastic, beautiful riding. And I just get done sneezing like crazy, the pollen. I'm taking Claritin. There's so much pollen in the air here. The trees, but pretty amazing. Ohio fireworks is for a big ride today. Beautiful scenery here. I'm on my way to Myersdale. It's kind of a big city. This is a rails to trails trail that I'm on, and going over the interstate. It's kind of a long bridge. And obviously there's some farming going on. There's a river down there. Kind of raining today. It's kind of raining right now, just kind of sprinkling light. Got an early start to beat the rain. So we're just going over this easy going bridge. Like 2 miles out from Myersdale right now. It's quiet. Having a nice morning. It's starting to rain a little bit again. And there's windmills off in the distance there. It's our room in Myersdale, Pennsylvania. It's sweet. Kind of a big room. And it had a connected bathroom. So this is a video of us leaving our room. Have to head down these stairs. Then towards the bikes. Head this way. And here's a group room. The second floor, and then you got to head down these stairs. This is like a Disneyland looking thing here. It's really unusual. exit here. There's the main room. This is a way out. Haunted flickering light. And this is another way out. And this is where the bikes are. Where our bikes are. And then this is the outside, and there's a van for a sport van. And this is the entrance here to our hotel. Going into the Savage Tunnel. Hopefully it's lit in here. I'm writing with one hand. I can see better with the camera than I can with my own eyes. I see better through the lens of my phone. It's a pretty long tunnel. It goes on for probably almost a kilometer. But I'll just keep going here. Here we are, coming out the other end of the tunnel. The tunnel had to be a good kilometer or maybe even a mile long. It was just wonderful in there, nice and cool. I imagine the summer would be just fantastic. And here we come out, we have this beautiful view of Maryland out here. We come out of that tunnel, and soon we'll be at the Mason-Dixon line. This is just a spectacular view of Maryland here. All down in here. I remember this was just so fantastic. Just come out of the tunnel and just an amazing view. Pretty nice coasting down the gap on the Maryland side of the Continental Divide. It's really no pedaling, just coasting, right, Chuck?
Yeah, really good.
Just mile after mile, just coasting downhill. That's a first on this trip, really.
The weather looks like it's improving now.
Yeah, looks kind of crappy on the other side. This is a little better.
17 miles to go on the gap.
Yep, we got 17 miles till we reach Cumberland, and then that's it for the day. And then it's supposed to rain like late tonight there, and then we'll have to figure out what we're going to do about tomorrow. We're headed to Hancock, and then from there Leesburg, or no, from there Williamsport, and then Leesburg. So here we go. This is the Bates Motel here in Hancock. Getting ready to go. Right down to the bike shop here in Hancock. For our big day down to Williamsport. This is the Maryland Trail. It's our second day. We stayed in Hancock last night. Beautiful paved blacktop. Parallels to C&O, and I guess also some kind of major highway too. But it's very relaxing. We got like 2 hours to get to Williamsport. It's about 22 miles away from here. Just taking it easy. It's only about 9:30 in the morning, and 9:45, and not really in a big rush today. The group's behind us, probably a couple hours behind us, because they stayed overnight in Little Orleans. But this is it. We got 3 days left. Tomorrow's Knoxville, and then after that I think is DC, so pretty much got 2 days left. Today and 2 more days, but it's supposed to rain tomorrow and Sunday, so it's kind of a drag. It'd be nice to finish in some dry, sunny weather. Kind of sick of the rain on this trip, frankly, and the mud. But all in all, it's been a very physical, active trip. Every one of my muscles was sore at one time or another. But beautiful day today. Now we're just outside of Williamsburg. There's the Potomac running good. Nice part of the trail here. Part of the C&O, that's the old C&O house where we stayed. Really nice, beautiful, sunshiny day. There's our trail. This is Miller's Cornfield at Antietam. And that spire is put there by Indiana Regiment. And the other tall thing is from New Jersey Regiment to mark this battle at the Antietam with this famous Miller's Cornfield where 13 people died in the course of 12 hours. And there's some volunteers here. Wow. It's amazing. Pretty exciting right here. Took place over 200 years ago. Or 100 and maybe 40 years ago. This is Miller's Cornfield at Antietam. And that spire is put there by Indiana Regiment. And the other tall thing is from New Jersey Regiment to mark this battle at the Antietam with this famous Miller's Cornfield where 13 people died in the course of 12 hours. And there's some volunteers here. Wow. It's amazing. Pretty exciting right here. Took place over 200 years ago. Or 100 and maybe 40 years ago. Here we are on the bike path. What do you think? What do you see right here? You know, Siri doesn't lie. Siri just.
The surface.
Yeah, it's awesome, isn't it?
Oh.
Rest of the way, but look, you and I got here the shortest route, fast, and here we are, and we only got what, like 8 miles to go?
Yeah.
And it's level, no more hills. This is great, huh, Chuck?
That's pretty nice.
This was a hell
Five.
of a morning, and we live right. It's raining. There's traffic. We went through Antietam. We went through Harper's Ferry.
We got on the C&O. 22 miles in. Look at that surface. I can't believe that's a C&O.
Yeah, it's amazing, isn't it?
That is.
Justin was right.
Wow, look at that.
That's the way it got on right there.
That is.
Signing off.
Oh.
I cannot come up. I can usually. I see what.
That's a good one. Justin thought it was the meeting for our ride on the 12th.
There's John.
Jill something.
Self-display tomorrow night.
G-E. Oh, G, not J.
Yeah.
G-E.
I know. 2-2, right?
Gotta happen.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's the one word I couldn't get on spelling bee today.
All right, I got Wordle. Tomorrow, let's go to Washington DC. Yay! Last day of riding. Breakfast is included here. What time does this start?
6:30.
6:30 on holidays.
On Sunday as well?
Yes.
Okay.
Just goes later on Sundays.
Oh, it stays another half hour, okay.
Goes later on Saturday, Sunday.
Kill the volume on that TV. So I stopped looking at it.
I need to stand. No.
You're gonna make him get up.
Maybe.
I get If someone can figure out how to make it go away.
Probably the front desk. I can make it go away.
don't
Probably
think
the
about
one like the bill that comes with it.
Focus.
All right, lunch tomorrow is from the truck and Ken's going to give you a destination for that.
At mile 40, plus or minus, Casino lock number 21.
You're now up 21.
What was the distance again?
Get all the stuff off. I'll haul the stuff for you, but get
Not
all
Ken.
the stuff off. I'll take the pedals off. I'll rearrange the handlebars, but you get your gear on, everything, battery included.
And put them in the bags that we brought them to Sharon in, and you'll bring them back, or should we bring them?
I don't care. I'll give you a garbage bag to put it in if you don't have a bag left.
Well, I have the bag.
Yep, that's fine. Put it in there. But I'm gonna
But
be
you'll
packing
take that
the
back,
car
is what I'm saying.
tomorrow as people come in.
Okay, that's what I figured.
I'm not doing it after dinner, I'm not doing it the morning after, I'm doing it then. So my dinner's gonna be clear of any other responsibilities, and we're walking.
We've done trips where I finished the last ride and Ken's already got all the bikes stripped and everything in the truck.
Yeah. That's like San Diego.
I do hit it with some enthusiasm, and I don't know where that comes from. It isn't intentional.
Last day, huh, Margaret?
Yeah. Riding home.
42 days we've been doing this. What do you think, Chuck? Last day. Couldn't ask for better weather, huh? You like this possible tornado, thunderstorm, rain.
Oregon skyline here.
I like it better than 95 degree humidity.
Me too. I agree with you. I'd rather have it like this than 98 degrees like it was in Iowa, when it was windy, hot, and horrible. We're leaving this Holiday Inn. This date, June 12th, 2022, 1976. Here we go. We're on our way.
Why don't you plug in
Here we are. Some falls here in the Potomac. Beautiful. Just got to the hotel. There's a lot of celebration going on. These are the baggage handlers for the hotel. Just ignore them.
tips?
Everybody's happy. Here we are.
Yeah.
Even
If you still got clothes under the seat, go ahead and grab them.
no clothes under the seat. This is it. We're done. Nancy and Ken are leaving here tomorrow morning at 5 o'clock in the morning. This is Stan right here. He is the #1 biker in the group.
Yeah, I love that.
He's a tour de force, that guy. Here comes Nancy, our leader. She led us here to the hotel all the way from Omaha. Nancy Wright, give yourself a hand of applause. Good job. Everyone made it. This is
Johnny boy.
from Jerry.
Jack.
Ben and Jerry's. This is our own Ben and Jerry right here.
Jack Cruz.
Hey, Cher!
There's Sharon. She made it. We're celebrating. Fist bumps all around.
Omaha to Arlington.
Ta-da.
My man.
Hey, how are you?
There's Ken, our other leader, Nancy's husband, and the van. They're leaving tomorrow early back to Vermont, taking all the e-bikes of the 4 Vermonters. We're done. We pulled into Washington, D.C. about an hour and a half ago and went to Lincoln Memorial, and Nancy brought us here to the Clarion Hotel over by Arlington Cemetery. It's a great trip, about 1,600 miles. Really good job. Good job, everyone.
When we walk back, he has a proposal for you.
You were too early if you showed up at the restaurant.
He has a proposal for us guys.
11 o'clock was when it got.
Did you check in?
Yes.
3-game series now.
We have our
Tied 2-2.
Yeah, they could go best of David. Hey, best of 7.